The Bear season 2 just came out, co-starring Jeremy Allen White.
Yes.
Is his name? He starred in, what's that show called?
Shameless.
Shameless, yes. I absolutely love The Bear.
Yes.
I binge watched it, so there's like about 10 episodes. There is 10 episodes in season 2, and we watched it came out on like Thursday, and we finished it last night.
Was it really Thursday?
It came out Thursday.
Oh my god, we really did
We watched 10 episodes in a matter of like 48 hours. I absolutely love that show.
It was so good. This season was really good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm having like bad memory of like, how long ago did the other season come out? Do you remember?
It was sometime last year.
Okay, so like I'm having bad memory of like what even the first season all went on. I remember like a lot of difficulties obviously and kind of like the development of like their family history and stuff like that.
Well, I can give you a quick recap.
Okay, sure. I'd love that.
So I'm pretty sure it picked up with Jeremy Allen White's character. His name is Carmen.
Uh-huh.
He came back home from, I think, like Europe. I think that's where he was cooking.
Yeah.
He was like a chef in like Europe, and he made it like pretty far. He had like a 3-star rating, so wherever that is, I think it's like the Michelin star or something like that.
Okay.
Anyways, he was kind of like top-notch chef.
Yeah.
Came back home to Chicago. I want to say, I don't think he came back home under his own free will. I think something happened, like, because he was like fighting addiction, I think. I could be botching it. Maybe I don't know as fresh as I do as I thought I did, but
yeah.
I remember him going to like group
for something,
like some group therapy type thing.
Yeah.
But I think it was because of, or maybe it was like grief.
Is it because of his brother's passing?
Yeah. So anyway, so the main points are his brother passed away, who owned the beef. I think was the restaurant was called. Owned that. The brother passed away. He came back home. Then he kind of established himself in that restaurant. And then he was working with the crew, and they're going through like challenges throughout the entire first season, whatever. Like he was going through his own inner demons, and then dealing with the dynamic of the restaurant because it was in like really bad shape.
Right.
Like the crew wasn't up to par. The actual restaurant was like falling apart. Things were falling apart. And then he decided to revamp this restaurant towards the end of season 1 in memory of his brother. And then they end up finding all this money that I think a family friend had lent the brother. And the brother put money in a bunch of like tin cans.
Oh, okay. I remember that.
So they found that in like the last episode of season 1.
Okay, I remember that.
So then season 2 picks up with them deciding what to do with the money.
Okay.
And then that's how they came up with the renovations of the restaurant. And then they decided to change the type of restaurant from before it was like a fast food Italian beef stuff to more fine dining restaurant.
Yeah.
So that's basically all of season 2 is them fixing the restaurant because it was in awful shape, like mold everywhere, walls falling down, plumbing's messed up, like everything was messed up with this like building, right? Yeah. So they fixed it all season 2, and then during season 2, which I like the most, is they went through a lot of character development with the outside cast. So like I can't remember all their names right now actually.
I know,
because I watched it so fast, it kind of like blurred, but every chef had their own like story. They were doing like training and stuff like that because rebuilding the restaurant took like a lot of time. They'd done everything like 3 months though. Yeah. So for the first like 3 months in season 2 was like Richie is who Carmen calls cousin. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure he's just like a family friend basically, like really close family friend. Okay. Him and that like Fock guy. Yeah. So they were like fixing the building. And the chefs were going through various trainings with other restaurants. Yeah. Just kind of do cool. Something. Yeah. I liked so it was a really cool like season. It almost felt like documentary style too, because it was showing a lot of clips of the actual city. Yeah. And showing different restaurants in the city and stuff like that. And this season actually touched on the impact of COVID had on like restaurants too. Yeah. So a lot of great restaurants in the local area, right, were getting shut down and stuff like that. So I think that was a pretty cool like touch. I mean, it's sad that they're getting shut down, but that's what happened.
Yeah, that was cool. Like a modern touch to everything. I mean, obviously it takes place modern day, but very relatable.
Yeah, it was. And I think the way season 2 ended leaves an opening for season 3. I'm not sure if they came out and already said there will be a season 3, but you will definitely be able to tell, like, there will be a season 3. Season 2 kind of ends off on a cliffhanger.
Yeah. No, I agree. And like you already said, my favorite part was the character development, because I feel like in the first one, first season, we only really kind of got the character development of Carmen.
Yes.
And so I felt more connected to, like, this season because we kind of got a deeper dive, and I found myself being like, oh, I, like, love them. They're so, like, that's such a good person, or I love their story, and, like, things like that, how they all connect, and kind of now we're, like, this, like, restaurant family is, like, super sweet. I like it a lot.
Yeah, they're definitely a lot closer this season.
Yeah.
Like, more like a family, like how you said. Yeah. And, I mean, like, if that was a real restaurant, I'll be going there. But I don't really like that. I'm not sure how I feel about fine dining in, like, small plates. I'm more of, like, a Chili's guy. Like, give me, like, a full plate.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I know. I feel that.
But the food they looked like they're making was, like, bomb. Right, I was like, okay, I'll snag a plate.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So with that being said, Brooke, I want you to give your final score of season 2.
Yeah.
And then I'll give my final score of season 2.
Honestly, like, 10 out of 10, to be honest. I am not, even though we talk about TV, like, all the time, but, like, a lot of times with TV, I'm, like, a zone out person. Like, I don't really tune in that much, but I feel like with this show, I actually, like, really watched it a lot.
Yeah.
And, like I already said, I felt, like, really connected with the show, and it was very personable, and I really liked getting to know the characters and more of also Carmen's story and kind of, like, the whole family's background. So it was really good. And obviously the cooking is a plus to, like, see all of them, like, be chefs is cool. So
that is really cool to see. I mean, I'm guessing the director did, like, extensive research of how a kitchen, like a fine dining restaurant, really operates, because it seemed very, like,
professional.
Yeah, it did. It did.
It made me want to go to Copenhagen and go study. And, like, go. No,
I could never be like a chef like that.
I couldn't either.
That job is tough.
But, like, cooking's cool, so, like, I would like to do it. It'd be cool.
Yeah, Brooke, I also give The Bear season 2 a 10 out of 10. The character development, they had really cool shots of the city. Then this overall writing, I think, was done really, really well. And obviously, like, we finished the whole season in about 2 days. Right. So it had our interest, our engagement the entire time. I even watched a little bit of the show before I had to work on Friday. So I was really bought into it. And I think it definitely deserves a 10 out of 10.
I agree.
And I think it also had a really good Rotten Tomato score, too. Let's see here. Well, it had 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh,
so
okay.
You can't get much better than that. Definitely a 10 out of 10.
For sure.